This person has been dropping some not so subtle hints, clues, and innuendos that they want you to find, that let you know that they have deeper feelings for you than they have expressed outwardly. This feels like somebody at this point in time that's in a very playful energy. They're trying to kind of enhance and accentuate this chemistry of all that is unspoken between the two of you. I'm hearing this is the good part. So this is almost something where it's kind of like building that sense of anticipation, building upon that energy of longing and yearning, because once those words are spoken out loud, once they cross that threshold to the next level of this connection, it's a door that you walk through and there's no coming back from. And so this is somebody that's like, I want to take time to savor the moment. I am very certain that I want to move beyond just flirtations with you into something deeper, into something more meaningful, into something more intimate, into something more serious. And so with that sense of certainty, what's the rush? We've got all the time in the world. So with this I love to flirt with you energy, definitely expect this person to be a lot more obvious, not so subtle with those hints, because it's almost the sense of like coming right up to your face without kind of like saying what is on their mind, leaning in so close that they could kiss you and then holding back. Something that you may almost sense is kind of like teasing, but there's a reason for that, because this is somebody that's like, when they pounce on you, when they take this opportunity, they are wanting this to be something that is the result of kind of like a grand escalation between the two of you that is very conscious. This is part of this person's love language right now. This is like them enacting the art of seduction with you in real time. And this is somebody that it's almost like they're hoping that you can kind of pick up on, that they're not just trying to like mess with you or play mind games, but this is part of like their strategy and romance. This is somebody that is a very good lover. They are a very attentive person. They have been taking the time to kind of, learn the things that are making you smile, to do more of those things. This is somebody that is trying to build that level of comfort between the two of you, even in that space of the unknown, so that the experience of something more can be very mutually gratifying, very delicious for the two of you. Something that can be that kind of like long awaited experience after, savoring kind of these experiences of like almost right on the precipice. This is not somebody that has a lot of fears about this. This is somebody that's moving towards you with determination. And there's a sense that they're also taking notice of the ways in which they are very dominant in this situation, kind of controlling the space of energy between the two of you, by being more open with their flirtations, more open with that like long eye contact, or those suggestive things that let you know like, hey, I've got the hots for you. I'm into you. I like you as more than a friend. I want something more than just a casual talking stage between the two of us. This is something that is kind of like put you into some sort of receptive role that is not exactly submissive, but it's almost like you are taking a different stance of really soaking all of this in that they are putting forth at this particular point in time, which it feels like has them standing in a very comfortable role within this situation. This is somebody that definitely wants to take the lead in this circumstance. They don't want you to have to do all the hard work or the heavy lifting. This is somebody that is like, let me show you how it is that I love. Let me romance you. Let me wine and dine you. Let me share with you the ways in which, experiences between two people can be very intimate, even when there is that space of distance and it's only looks that are exchanged. It's only flirtations that are exchanged. It's only these suggestions that are exchanged as that buildup to the actual moment of disclosure. We also have, can we take things slow? I'm guarded. So this is somebody that's playing their cards very close to their chest, but this is not because they are afraid of you or the intensity of this connection. This is something which has awakened like an animal instinct within them. They hunger for you. They look forward to these experiences with you. It's almost like they're sort of testing themselves. How close can I stand to you and kind of speak about this truth that I have inside, this desire for you, without addressing it directly? Not as a way to confuse you, but again, as a way to kind of actively and consciously build this sort of energetic, psychic, spiritual, emotional bridge between the two of you, because this is somebody that doesn't just want to kind of build up to a moment that is like a fling or something temporarily satisfying. This is something where it's like, I see long range potential between the two of us, and I feel that this is an important quality. This is almost like an exercise in trust at this particular point in time between the two of you, as they are taking like an unorthodox approach to the idea and the experience of romance that may be different from other lovers that you've had. This person hopes that they are a more attentive lover, even at this point where, you know, you might not officially call yourselves that. This is somebody that is, you know, again, very attuned to kind of like how receptive you are. You know, what is your response to things? Are you closing off? Are you becoming uncomfortable? Are you blushing? Are you nervous? Or is this something where, you know, you're kind of like softening, you know, where you're just sort of receiving, you're allowing them, you know, to be very like indirectly direct with you. And so this is somebody that is kind of like fine tuning their approach to you, and like a slow and steady. This is somebody that wants a slow simmer between the two of you. This is somebody that wants to savor this moment and this experience. This is somebody that wants long term with you, and so they have learned maybe through past experiences that long term connections are often more satisfying when that kind of prelude, that sort of, you know, pre-dawn experience before like fully stepping into the light of romance with another person, that oftentimes when that is something that has this kind of prolonged buildup, it can make that moment of experience, you know, like carry forth, like the ripple of that, the echo of that into more of a long range potential. This might also be something where with you for the first time, they are trying this slow, steady approach because they've been someone that has really just given into impulse in the past. They've been attracted to someone. One thing's led to another, you know, and there could have been a lot of one night stands or relationships that move very quickly. There wasn't the time to really like get to know a person, or certainly not to build in this kind of like art of seduction energy. So this is somebody that is taking advantage of this moment. You stand here at this point with one another where there is still a lot that needs to be clarified openly. And rather than kind of just stand there still, you know, and not do anything or allow their mind to kind of ramble into all these different fears that might cause them to fumble or hold back, this is somebody that is like pushing forth, kind of pushing the boundaries in a steamy sort of way with you in order to kind of, you know, build that pressure, build that sense of like, at any moment I'm going to speak my truth, at any moment I'm going to kiss you, at any moment, you know, we're going to move beyond whatever we are to one another at this point in time. And once I take hold of you in that capacity, I don't want to let go. Once we move through that threshold, I don't want to just go back to whatever we were before. And we also have, I know we belong together. So the more that this person is taking time to just kind of flirt with you and savor the moment, the more these instincts inside of them are just like positively reacting to you. This is somebody that is like, they come in close and everything gets alert. All their senses come online. This is somebody that feels your energy very strongly around them. This may be somebody at this point in time that is so attuned to you, or so like consciously intent on kind of building, you know, this steamy, seductive energy between the two of you, that they're able to kind of perceive your aura. Like they're touching their aura to, you know, your energetic field, and they're experiencing like a crackle, like a reverberation from that. And it's something which is signaling to them that the two two of you fit together on so many levels that transcend the ordinary. It's like they've come this far and there's no turning back at this particular point in time. There's like another sort of instinct that is taking over within them, in terms of ways in which they are sort of trying to kind of soften you to the reality of them, versus kind of like, you know, whatever might have been sort of theoretical, or, you know, in that realm of kind of just admiring more at a distance from one another. This is also somebody that the closer they come to you, you know, they're kind of letting their guard down very gradually, in terms of giving themselves permission to feel so transcendently with another person that they've not even really been intimate with, that they've not even experienced long-term connection with. This is somebody that is like falling in love with you on all levels. And there's still so much to experience between the two of you. This is somebody that is allowing themselves to kind of almost like energetically merge with you in some sort of way, or allowing that kind of, you know, aspect of themselves, these sort of outer layers of their energetic body. They're listening to that in addition to kind of, you know, checking in with logic, checking in with the heart space. It's almost like this is someone who's very aware at how their body responds to you, how their energy responds to you, you know, how the two of you are responding to one another. They're paying attention to those little details. And it is that map which they are using to navigate how much they give into this connection, and how much they kind of stand in a place of just experiencing kind of the progress between the two of you, in ways in which you instinctually are reciprocating with them along these lines as well. We also have, I'm really attracted to you. Yeah, so this person is like mind, body, and soul. Everything is responding in the right way to you. This is somebody that is like, I don't know if I could have another kind of love experience after this and not compare anybody else to you. This is so different. This is so next level. And with that in mind, there's a sense of like, I want to do everything I can to make sure that we are making the most of every facet of this experience, because I can see myself as the type of person, like maybe they're very just kind of like, you know, loyal in general. This could be somebody that, you know, prefers monogamous connections. They don't want to play the field. They don't want to keep the options open. They like being in a partnership with another person. They like having a +1. They're okay on their own, but they want a special person next to them, not 10 special people that they sort of sift through and choose through, or, you know, or kind of like, well, I don't know who I want, so I'll just have all of them. This is not that kind of person. This is not the type of individual, you know, that's a player. This is somebody that is like, I'm looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for my match. I'm looking for the person that feels right on all levels. And so what they're experiencing with you at this point in time, this is definitely signaling to kind of like a higher instinct within them, something very primal, something very deep, something very hard to define, that this is a right circumstance. This is a right moment, that this kind of unique approach that they're taking at this particular point in time, really practicing the art of seduction in all the ways that they had like not felt the inclination to do before in other connections, had not been inspired to do, or just never like occurred to them to do. They're listening to that aspect within them that is like, this is how you need to approach. This is how far you need to come. And then you need to stand still for this period of time. And then you need to push beyond that urge to stand still. You know, where this person is almost kind of like utilizing the concept of free will between the two of you as something that is almost like a very malleable force. Like, yeah, they've got a choice to move forward, but this is also somebody that internally is like, I surrender to this pull. There's a part of me that just seems to know what to do with you, and I'm trusting that part of me. And the ways in which you're reciprocating to this person, or you're very open and receptive to, you know, what they're showing you so far, what they're kind of demonstrating at this point, it's giving them a lot of positive reinforcement that, yeah, following that instinct, following that urge, doing things this way between the two of you is certain to create a very unique and deeply satisfying experience between the two of you that has a lot of long-range potential. We also have, meeting you is the best thing that ever happened to me. So this person has like been searching for someone like you for a very long time. And until they encountered you, they didn't know exactly what it was that they were looking for. This is a sense of something where, again, this person might be just sort of, they prefer monogamy. They prefer, having a partner, having a plus one. They prefer long-term relationships. They don't like being in the dating world. They're not interested in kind of like sampling a lot of different things and then just settling for something. And so it may be something that has made them feel very kind of like lonely or very on the outskirts of where most people are kind of like directing their attention. What most people are kind of like desiring at this point in time, what most people are demanding, what most people are searching for. It's like this person looks for the exact opposite. This is the kind of person that it's almost like right now, and as things progress between the two of you, there's a part of them that's almost like, I wish that like I had met you and you were my first love, you were my only love. Like if I'd met you when I was younger, I would have married you right away and we'd still be together today. This is somebody that desires like long-term partnership. They're not looking to upgrade to someone else. They don't like kind of diving in and out of connections. They don't like surface level connections. This is not somebody that's into flings. They're, not looking to kind of get notches in their belt or, build a whole roster of people. And so what they're experiencing with you at this point in time, it feels so right that this is somebody that's almost kind of getting cozy within this connection, like they're cozying up to you. They're really hoping that you as well are kind of feeling with them so far, like if things continue to evolve as they have been, that I want to continue to move forward with you towards a partnership where, it is lasting. It's that forever love. It's that happily ever after in the here and now that is deeply appreciated precisely because both of you have experienced things that didn't align with the concept or reality of that with previous people, precisely because you've been searching for it, like not knowing what you're looking for until you found one another, that there's an ability to say, oh, there it is, and to hold that close. So this is somebody that's like, I wish I had met you sooner, so that I could have loved you longer, but the time is right. The time is now. You're here, I'm here, so let's continue to go forth with this. We also have, I'm trying to impress you. Yeah, so this person doesn't want to come off as like a Knight of Wands energy where they're coming on too strong and they're like sending off alarm bells within you and making you think like, okay, is this person just trying to kind of like manipulate me, get one over? This is somebody that it's kind of like, it's a very delicate art, the art of seduction. It's new for them, kind of doing it in this way, or, with you and kind of learning you as an individual and like who they become in your presence, that this is someone that's not trying to kind of like unnecessarily prolong the inevitable. They're not trying to like draw things out, because they are uncertain. But this is somebody that's like, I want to do this right. I want to make sure that we savor every moment, that you see what I am capable of so that you understand, like, if I can promise you nothing else, it is that you will be loved profoundly by me. If I can showcase, my best quality to you, and just like one thing has to be emphasized, it is this ability to be a patient lover, to be a very attentive lover, to be somebody that, kind of builds upon those sort of small and yet significant details of what a connection between two people can be and should be in that deeper sort of sense, beyond the surface, beyond the mundane, beyond kind of what modern sort of dating life has sort of explained as kind of the right way or the only way to sort of go about things. This is somebody that is kind of trying to build a new tradition with you, or even sort of reach back to long gone eras where that idea of like the art of seduction wasn't just a catchphrase, but it was something that, was practiced in a way that seems, according to this person, to have been kind of like lost in the modern times. So this is something that they're hoping will make you kind of see them as a unique person, as somebody that it's like your energy is safe with. This is someone who wants to kind of make you feel very relaxed, feel very appreciated, feel very cherished, not just for how you're like showing up in the here and now, but across all layers, time, space, dimension, reality, everything. Because they're feeling that deeply into this experience. They're consciously trying to like energetically sort of connect with you on all of those layers, as a key component at this particular point in time to whatever happens next between the two of you. It's kind of like, I want us to step forth into a new chapter with one another, but to really kind of utilize the fullness of this potential and this energy which I sense between the two of us, and which I know that we can enhance and we can work with in a deeper way. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.